Hey guys, Professor Bell, Comic Book University, Batman, issue number 65. I was just talking with some of the guys in the comic book shop how I'm surprised they didn't do the lenticular cover with Jason Fabok's art. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they did with the button last year, but oh well. Anyway, this is one of the cases where the cover is not as good as the interior art. Very few and far between are the number of times that actually happens. Usually the outside art is way better than the inside art, or just as good. I very rarely see this. Like, what the hell is the Flash looking at while he's making the wind vortex with his hands? Like, what is that? What's he looking at? What's he so freaking confused by? Anyway, let's get into this, guys. The Price of Vengeance. Issue number 3 of 4, part 3 of 4. Batman Flash crossover event with Joshua Williamson on writing, Guillaume March on art. The color artist is Tomio Morey, and Steve Wands is on letters. Chris Burgum and Nathan Fairbairn did the cover, and Jeffrey Allen Love did the variant cover. And of course, well, whatever. Just this issue is going to be concluded. This comic book is going to be concluded in the next issue. This arc. As far as this particular comic book, this story, we get Gotham versus the Flash and Batman. At one point, Batman winds up getting separated from the battle, and it's just the Flash. Flash ain't going to do too hot. This is literally like Flash versus Superman. Flash just about has his head cleanly knocked off. You know, like in the very beginning of this book, when Gotham Girl is relating what happened. There's some graphic art in the beginning of this, man, and I love that panel where it shows that that mugger's head getting taken clean, like getting punched clean off of his head. That was just sick art. I love the panel layout and everything. That was beautiful. The whole comic book is like that. Gotham Girl looks crazy all throughout. Like, you look at her face and you're thinking, something wrong with her face. Yeah, she's nuts. And it's displayed perfectly, expertly on this comic book, man. I can't even begin to compliment this art. It is just beyond, dude. There's a panel in here where you get to see the Flash's foot, and you're seeing the design of his shoe, and it's like, you know what? That design of his shoe makes a lot of sense. That explains why he doesn't have to keep on changing his boots as often, you know, besides the fact that it's made from special frictionless material. Nonetheless, like, the heel never comes off or anything because of the shape of his boot. Anyway, did I sound like a Canadian when I said that? Boot? Hey, what's this all about? No, most Canadians do not sound like that. What do you call it? At one point, we actually wind up, here's a bit of a spoiler, we wind up losing Gotham. Yeah, he overexerts himself just a wee bit. And Gotham Girl wasn't expecting that, so she does something really stupid. I get the feeling that Gotham Girl's going to die in the next issue. It's just a guess. It's just my educated guess. But this was sick, man. Flash gets really introspective in here, and I always like it when Barry Allen is introspective. That's my favorite version of the Flash, where he's really thinking about all the mistakes that he's made. And he actually starts to put the blame where it properly belongs, ish. You know, there's the stages of grief, right? He starts putting the blame more on himself than on Batman. That's a step in the right direction, until you finally get to the point where it's like there was simply nothing can be done. Some things are just fated, so to speak. You know, you can't be there for everybody all the time. That would be called stalking. That being said, there was almost nothing but action in this. I don't know how they even fit in words. There was so much action in this, but the placement of the word balloons is freaking expert. Like, you got to give it up. What was it? Did I say it was Steve Wands who did that? It's usually Steve Wands who jumps in out of nowhere and bang. Yep, Steve Wands. Excellent job, dude. I mean, that's just from beginning to end. I love the placement of these word balloons in here. Freaking awesome. And there is nothing wasted. There's no egregious conversation here. There's just said what needs to be said and then move on. And some incredible displays of art up in here. Just look at Batman's face. He really looks like he's in freaking anguish right there, you know? And, you know, some of the other scenes with Gotham Girl. I wonder if I could just... too many freaking commercials up in here. Yeah, it may look at first like it's just weird, but no, when you see what she's saying, when you read what she's actually saying, you can tell she's just stone cold crazy. She's lost her marbles and then some. Great comic book, man. So much, literally, like the worst thing I say about this comic book, the only bad thing I say about the comic book is the front cover, for the main cover. It just, Batman looks really good. Flash just looks kind of cartoonish though, and I don't know where he's looking while he's doing that thing. No wonder he missed. No wonder he missed. He's looking off in the distance. So anyway, yeah, great comic book. Great Batman comic book. Just where are you going to go with that? Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.